Today I'm sharing all about the dandy little device that I'm hoping is going to help me with my crow's feet and my marionette lines. That's coming up next. Welcome back, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I'm pretty excited about today's video because I've got a new little gadget that I'm hoping is going to help me with some trouble spots on my face, and I'll be sharing all about that with you today. If you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you'll consider subscribing and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. I'm a year into my anti-aging skincare journey, and if you saw my 12-month results video, you'll know that two of the areas that I was a little disappointed in the results in were my crow's feet and my marionette lines. They really haven't changed that much and certainly haven't improved enough to make a big difference. I'm really interested in trying to find something that will address those areas. I do know that my tretinoin that I'm getting from Curology will work over time, but I'm probably a good 2 to 3 years from seeing any real meaningful results from that particular active. So when I saw this device I'm going to share with you, I was really interested. What I'm going to share today is why I think this device might work, the technology behind it that interested me, and I'm also going to do a full routine for you showing exactly how I use this at home. This is not a sponsored video. As a matter of fact, NIRA hardly even knows who I am. They actually did not reach out to me. I emailed them and told them who I was and what I do and asked them if I could try out one of their lasers. They sent me one. Thank you very much, NIRA. That was very nice. And fortunately, they also gave me a discount code. So if you want to go ahead and jump in and do this along with me, be sure to use the code, and that way you'll get a little discount on your order. This is called the NIRA. What this is an at-home laser device. I was so blown away and so excited when I saw it. One of the things I've been thinking about my crow's feet and particularly my marionette lines, and if you can't tell, and you might not be able to in this video, I have very deep lines here and real deep creases within the fold. So this is a real problem area for me as far as getting my skin back into some kind of fresh looking state. When I saw this NIRA, and I don't even remember where I first saw it, and realized it was an at-home laser device, I was so interested. I went ahead and hopped on the website and looked at what they had to say. One thing that deepened my interest in this particular device is that the founder of the company actually worked in medical grade lasers and had a couple companies that he had established before he started this particular company. That gives me a little bit of hope that the technology behind this device is something that's going to be meaningful. As we all know, lasers that are used in med spas or doctor's offices are very strong, and you can't get them to use at home. But the concept that someone put together an FDA cleared home laser device was really interesting to me. Clearly, this is not going to be as strong as something you would get in the doctor's office, but the fact that we have this to use at home really got me excited. After I first researched who had founded the company and what was the technology behind it, because a lot of devices come out on the market all the time that really don't have any backing other than a lot of fancy claims, I wanted to find out if someone really who knew what they were doing had worked on this particular device, and from what I can see, that is the case. The next thing I did is I went over to the front of the website where they show the results, and I was pretty impressed with what they were showing me. If you are into before and after pictures, you might want to jump over to their website because they've got this real fancy way to show you a before and after. It's an actual sliding mechanism where you can see the before picture of someone's crow's feet, and then you slide the little bar over and you can see the after. I was pretty impressed by those photos, but of course we all know that there's lots of photos out on the web that say a lot of things about a lot of different products. So I'm still holding on to my discernment about this particular product because I really haven't used it yet. From those photos, I felt kind of encouraged that this actual device might do something for those problem areas of my crow's feet and my marionette lines. It comes very nicely packaged, and you know, packaging doesn't necessarily necessarily mean that anything is going to work, but they did do a good job of putting something nice together. It also comes with this full instruction manual, which is very helpful except for one thing, and this is the only criticism I have about this product so far. In my mind, the majority of the women that are going to be interested in this product are a little bit older. What happens when you get older? Your eyesight is not as good as it used to be. So the type in this is not black, it's brown, and it's tiny. So it was a little hard for me to read. So NIRA, if you're watching this, keep in mind who your audience is. We need black type and we need it a little bit bigger. Am I right? Here's what struck me about this device when I actually unboxed it. First of all, I think the design is really beautiful. They put a lot of thought into this, and I would imagine they did a lot of testing because it feels really, really good in the hand. The second thing is that it's so easy to use. It's not complicated at all. You simply turn it on, you choose your setting, and then you hit the button to make it go. It really, really couldn't be simpler. The other thing that I love about this is it's so light. I was thinking that it was going to be a heavy, more bulky device, and it's really, really not. It's the kind of thing that I'm actually looking forward to using these days because it's so quick and so easy. If you're not familiar with lasers and how they work, I'll give you just a very, very simple explanation. They shoot a beam of heat into your skin. And what that does is it kind of creates a tiny little bit of damage to your skin. And I know that sounds icky, but it's really not. And that signals to your skin that it needs to go in there and repair it and come in with the collagen and elastin and everything else to repair that damage. So each one of these little pulses of this laser on my skin is telling my skin that it needs to go in and repair that area. So every time I pulse on my skin, I'm getting a little extra added repair on my skin. That's how a laser works. The reason that I'm cautiously hopeful that this will have an impact is because particularly with my marionette lines, they're very, very deep, and I'm not even sure if you can see them, but I have these folds and I have deep creases inside the folds. I'm not sure that topical creams or actives are ever really going to be able to catch up with the aging of my skin. Therefore, having something like this that creates an action underneath my skin to actually help repair that area seems very hopeful to me. The good news is that you can use this every single day and as much as twice a day. When I first got it in and read the instructions, I thought I will commit to using it in the evening before I do my skincare and before I go to bed. Once I did it though, what I realized is that it's super, super quick. Truly, it doesn't take me 5 minutes to do an entire treatment on my face. It's really, really fast. And the fact that it's so light makes it a lot more attractive to me as something to do. Because it's so quick and easy and I'm liking it so much, I think I might add it into my morning routine a few mornings a week when I'm not rushing out of the house to go somewhere and I've got the time. So I'm excited about that. If it's going to work, I don't know. They say that you need 60 to 90 days to start seeing results. So what I have done is I've taken before pictures before I even did my first treatment, and then I'm going to report back again in 60 days and 90 days. We can compare the pictures and see what really happened with this. So let's go ahead and jump into the demonstration right now, and I'll show you exactly how I do this laser treatment. My face is all washed and it's completely dry, and I just took a shower and washed my hair and dried my hair, so my face is really dry. I have nothing on it. Here's the NIRA device, and the things that I can say about it are that they probably did a lot of testing on this because it's very ergonomic. In other words, it feels really good in your hand. It's nicely weighted. I was surprised when I opened up the box and took it out. It's really, really light. I think it's probably about as heavy as my hairbrush. So it's really, really easy to hold and it doesn't ever feel heavy in my hand. The unit itself is really easy to operate. You simply turn it on with this little button right down here. And as you can see, there are little lights, and I hope it shows up on the camera. And as you push it, the intensity of the laser goes up. So there's 5 settings, and you can choose anything from 1 to 5 depending on your comfort level. You actually fire the device with this little button right up here, and so you're holding it and then you just hit it with your finger. It has little sounds that let you know when you're doing it incorrectly. When you've actually engaged the laser fully onto your skin, it makes one noise, or if you have it a little off of your skin and the laser isn't engaging correctly, it will make another little noise, kind of like a little Pac-Man thing, like it didn't work out. So you simply just make sure that the laser is flat against your skin before you hit that engage button. I've actually used this 2 other times so that I could practice before I did it on camera. I'm going to go ahead and do my full routine, and I want to let you know a few things. This particular laser is FDA cleared for underneath your eyes, not anywhere else on your face. My understanding is that it costs money to get FDA cleared for different areas of the face, so they just selected this as the area that they wanted to get FDA cleared for. In my world, skin is skin. So I use it on a lot of different areas of my face that I have concerns about. So I simply start with the outside area of my eye, kind of where my crow's feet in, place the laser there, and off it goes. And I move it just a little bit. It is super easy to do, super fast. It's pretty comfortable. All it feels like is an intense little dot of heat where that laser is engaging with the skin. And I just try to move in a very structured way so that I can keep track of where I've actually treated. Did you hear that? That means it didn't engage fully. So I'll just put it right back there and do it again. Underneath my eye, you can see I have those deep troughs. It's particularly noticeable right now because I don't have any skincare on, so my skin is really, really dry, and you can see how deep those troughs are. So I'm really trying to focus on treating that area. I don't know if it's going to help, but I figure it couldn't hurt. So I just go right along that trough line with the head of the laser. When I have that down, I go to my upper eye and right underneath the brow in hopes of tightening that skin there so that my eyes look a little bit more lifted and less heavily hooded. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just treat one side of my face, and then you guys can just imagine that I do the exact same thing on the other side. I do treat my 11s. I don't know if it's going to help at all because I know the 11s are mostly a muscle thing. You know, when I frown like this, you can see it. Not so much when I just have my face relaxed, but I treat that area anyway because, again, I feel like it can't hurt. On my lower face, you can see, I hope you can see in the camera, I have really, really deep marionette creases inside that fold there. I'll try to close up this so that you can really see it. So I pretty much hold that area open and just start in treating it just like I did under my eyes, just moving that laser a little bit up and down that fold and wrinkle area. And that's one side of my face. That's as long as it takes. I don't think it's more than a couple of minutes. It's super easy to do, and my face is a little bit red when I get done, but it's not something that I feel like lasts for very long. Now I'm going to hop up and do the other side of my face. So there we have it, exactly how you use this little NIRA. I can tell you, other than the type in the little brochure, not being black and not being big enough, I'm really pretty impressed with this so far. As for the results, I have no idea. We're just going to have to wait and see, but I am kind of encouraged about the photos on the website. So that puts me in a direction that I think I might be seeing some improvement in my marionette lines and in my crow's feet. I want to thank you for joining me to find out about the new little gadget that I'm using for my over 50 face. I hope you found it useful and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just thrills me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, wear your sunscreen, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.